If you've been in this world long enough, chances are you have witnessed many drastic changes in the last few decades. Not only do grandmas say that today's relationships barely last, but they say people don't communicate like they used to. That's mainly because of our phones and social media, or rather how we're using them. It's sad to see couples using their phones mindlessly when they're on a date instead of seizing the moment and enjoying each other's company. It's obvious that people's attention span has almost vanished. But here's the catch. If you think most women just want attention and as a consequence spend lots of hours on Instagram, TikTok, and Tinder to get attention, let me tell you, there's another type of woman that is vastly different, but will for sure cause you a good amount of headaches if you end up with one. I'm referring to the dreaded career woman. In general, they focus a lot of their careers and, indeed, have little to no time for social media. Their careers are their baby and becoming the boss is their dream. I'm sure that if you work in an office, you've bumped into a girl like this. She always takes care of her looks and works long hours. She might be hot, but here's the catch. Don't go for her. In fact, given the current mentality modern society tricks us into having, I encourage you to stay single. But don't think a woman dedicated to her career is any different. Stay tuned because you're about to learn why. But before we go deeper, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Eric Yucatan. Again, he said, I don't app, but I had a female roommate not too long ago that did. In the 9 months I rented a room at that house, she went through at least 10 men that I saw, and who knows how many men she went out with. The few times we chatted, she was always, I met this good guy. He makes a lot of money, we're going to meet my parents, etc. I was disgusted with her behavior and otherwise unabashed desperation to be in a relationship. I tried to remind her of personal safety, but she didn't care about that. She wanted that ring. Once I took the trash cans out to the curb and heard all the booze bottles and cans rattling. She was spiraling out of control, my words, losing her temper, falling behind on her finances, and started banging on my door late at night, wanting to talk about how some guy fucked her over. My fortunes improved, so I got out of there under the cover of night, so not to run into one of her moods. She would text me while drunk, so I just blocked her. All that drama because she believed in the promise of dating apps. Eric, thanks for sharing. This is another warning of the type of people, and especially women, who frequent dating apps. Now please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I will pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Now, back to the video. Logic and common sense are a thing of the past. If you say men are inherently stronger than women in terms of physical force output, you're automatically a misogynist, an oppressor, and overall an evil person. Modern times logic, or rather lack of logic, has been installed in the population's mind software to respond a certain way when certain events happen or when they hear certain phrases. Literally programmed. If you say something slightly different from the hegemonic discourse or way of thinking, many will try to put you down and even attack you. That's just how it is, and that's even causing many to censor themselves because there's a kind of tyranny that doesn't allow anyone who thinks differently to voice their thoughts. Nothing new under the sun, but the following truth might be even more politically incorrect. Career women are not worth it, and in fact, they tend to be unhappy. I know most of you are MGTOWs, so you don't even feel like dating a woman, no matter how hot or different she looks. Life probably has taught you many lessons you learned the hard way, so you're not willing to make the same mistake again. I get it. Among you, some men learn from other fellow men's mistakes, which is the wise approach to MGTOW. Either way, as long as you learn the lesson, you're good to go. Now, check out why career women, although they're not showing their assets on social media, they're still not a good catch. The career woman, or as some liberals call her, a strong, independent woman, is a form of indoctrination. Indeed, it's one matrix-like thought. And before someone comes up with fallacies, I'm not referring to women taking care of their children after divorcing an abusive husband. This doesn't mean I'm supporting career women either. The most important aspect of MGTOW, or any philosophy for that matter, is to fully understand the underlying reasons why certain individuals subscribe to that belief system. And if you come from a place of observation and study and see things in perspective, then you might get some value and understand the world around you. The all women are bad idea is not the main topic of today's video. Today I'm focusing on the massive indoctrination that has taken place in the last few decades to turn women into other cogs in the corporate machine. As much as this might hurt them, the stats don't lie and showcase that despite this liberation, they're by far the unhappiest segment of the population. Let's be real. As a man, you couldn't care less about a woman's degree, master's degree, or doctorate, or how many of the above she's got. Let's be real once again. The masculine imperative, at least originally, was his work and building a legacy. Do you know the 3 things men were encouraged to do back in the day? Planting a tree, writing a book, and having a kid. That was because those 3 actions will ensure he left a legacy in the world. Nowadays, men might want to do the first 2, but the last one is not a good deal because society has almost no morals, the government is corrupt, and high-value women are hard or even impossible to find. Times have changed. What about the feminine imperative? At least back in the day, it was taking care of children. Now, the narrative has shifted because a woman tends to consider her career as her baby. I don't need no man, and I don't want to rely on a man, are the things women mouth these days. Every time a woman dives into the masculine world, for example any corporate environment, by becoming strong and independent, she naturally becomes more masculine. She has to because this is how this world works, and this is how you succeed in this world. The other men aren't rolling over, waiting for her to take their spot. It's a tough world. Here are some of the undesirable masculine traits she will display. Short haircut, dark and masculine colors on her clothes, powerful stance, lots of foul and aggressive language, and strong attitude. Sometimes these traits are well hidden. A woman might look very feminine in her clothing and appearance, but by talking to her, you will quickly realize what her core direction is, masculine or feminine. These women are not necessarily into women, and in most cases, they do have primal instincts, but instead of wishing to build a happy family, they prefer to live their best life. Can a woman be proud of riding the D-carousel? Intimacy is the easiest thing to get as a woman. What is there to be proud of? No, seriously, think about it. There is rarely a woman who really has issues finding a partner for intimacy, one-night stands, or casual relationships. If a woman goes to a club, all the men out there are hunting pussy. What makes it so hard to actually take one of those Ds? Nothing. After these career women hit the wall by the time they're 30, all the science they use to justify their choices vanishes. Science tried to convince them that the time frame for having kids goes beyond 30 years of age, but that's just not true. The call of nature eventually comes in, and they suddenly look for a nice guy after multiple rides, and since most men are aware of this mind trick, they don't give in and either prefer other younger women or just stay single because singlehood is way more enjoyable. All in all, the conclusion is simple. I don't think career women will make good spouses because they're bossy, combative, and give tons of headaches. A partner should give you peace and no worries, and since such a partner is difficult to find, the best policy to adopt is going your own way. I'm not saying this to give off the feeling that you have to surrender and be bitter about life. I suggest this strategy to live your life to the fullest and most importantly, remove all the lies society has told you about male-female dynamics. A partner is supposed to help you grow, not to tell you you're a mess or you should put down the toilet seat. Embrace freedom, and I'm sure you will reap the benefits of MGTOW sooner than later. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Have you ever met career women? What were they like in terms of personality traits? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, hit the like and subscribe buttons, comment and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.